What is up, CMS Braves? Welcome back to another edition of the 14th Colony Vodcast. Yeah. Oh, man, the crowd goes wild. I am your host today, Mr. Sack, joined as always by my co-host, Mr. Congleton. Guys, today we are going to be starting kind of a fun little it's not a project, kind of a year-long type thing. You're going to be making layers on Google Maps, and we'll talk about specifically what to do with that. But before we even get into that, how about that video yesterday, Mr. Congleton? How about it?
It was fantastic. Hit on so many important points, and hopefully caught your attention, kept your attention, and I hope this.
Yeah, I know my advisory class, I got a bunch of 8th grade football player boys in here. They were locked in. They were listening to it, and they really enjoyed it. So I hope everyone had a similar experience with that. And don't forget to get your poster blast uploaded on Google Classroom. I see a lot of really good ones on there already. Carson DeMoss had his ready to go before we even watched it in class. So be like Carson. Get that stuff done, guys. Today, though, we're going to move on to a My Maps activity where you guys are going to be kind of hitting some main, what would you call it? Some main, hot spots, some main points of interest, I guess during, where the 13 colonies were. So, Mr. Congleton, talk to us a little bit about this My Maps experience and what they're going to be doing today.
All right. So when we're working on the My Maps, we got a couple things to really focus on. There's multiple directions that you're going to have to follow. So there's a Google Doc in the classroom that's going to have each step that you need to take to make sure you have a high quality product. And the way we want to see it makes it easy for us to see it, to grade it, and know that you've learned some things. So when you get on Classroom, open up that document and it says, number 1, follow that step. Number 2, follow the step, and just kind of make a checklist in your head and go through that. Okay, that's a skill that you need to have. That's even more important than learning these locations, to be honest with you, because as we're doing this remote and hybrid teaching and learning, you're responsible for a lot of the learning on your own. And so in order to be successful, you've got to make sure you're following all the steps. And so it's difficult for a lot of us. We got a lot of things going on. But if you can train your mind to do those things, you'll be successful. Okay. You got a parade going on here. Okay. What we're doing today, we're opening up a My Map, and you're going to title your My Map. The very first thing, title it your name. Okay. You type in your actual name. You don't say your name. When I got married, the person said name and didn't insert my name. Okay. So you got to type in your name. Okay. And then you need to put 21 or 2021. All right. So that way we are going to add to this throughout the year. The first layer, then you click the layer button and you're going to type in creating a nation. That's our first layer. Okay. And it's going to tell you underneath all the directions. So we're going to put down Plymouth Rock. We're going to put down Jamestown. We got New York. We got Philadelphia. We have Boston. So those are the 5 main points of location. And each of those are going to add some pictures and a couple facts that go along with the colonial period. Don't put New York and talk about the Twin Towers or any of the things that are going on now. You got to put in what happened during the colonial times with New York and Boston and Philly. Okay. And then you're going to choose 3 spots of your own. So type in like important colonial locations, U.S. history, something along those lines. Think of the 13 colonies. You can have some other spots. Okay. And put the same information down. So it should have 8 locations on your map on your first layer.
And if I can interject too, guys, when you're looking for your own points of interest, remember, like, the original 13 colonies were really cool, but you also had like these like hardcore like outpost what's the word I'm thinking for forts, where these guys, these rugged dudes were just like hunkering down for the winter. And I mean, you saw it in the first 5 minutes of that video yesterday. Especially the boys in my room, when they talked about how those dudes, 7 out of 10 of them died, and they were eating leather to try to survive the winter. Like, it was rough when they first got here. Like, what are some other places like that? I think you guys would be really fascinated to go do some of that research on your own, because it wasn't just, Jamestown or Plymouth or these places. There was a lot of places that they settled, and they had to completely build their own fort and completely build like their own new way of life. So there's a lot of cool stuff out there.
Good.
We're at 5 minutes.
Oh, we got to go. A lot of those guys had beards much like yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe I'm a time traveler. Maybe I lived in Plymouth. Maybe I was one of the one men to survive, and my survival instincts like grant me this power of like invulnerability, and I'm still alive. I don't know. That could be true. It could not be true. I may be making that up, but they had beards. So
I can't. I'm trying. I would have never survived those days.
But guys, have some fun with this. It's a pretty cool assignment to do, and it's going to be something that as you build layers, it'll be fun to look back at the end of the year and be like, this is all the cool stuff that we talked about this year. So have some fun with it. This is an assignment for you to learn, but this is an assignment for you guys to kind of make it your own, okay? If you haven't noticed that, Mr. Congleton and I, a lot of the stuff we talk about, we want you guys to have your own takes on it, your own opinions on it. And what's really cool and what I'm really excited about with this group, if you guys are still listening, we're at 6 minutes. Reading your guys' America to Me essays were really cool. A lot of people are really passionate, really pay attention to what's going on in our country. Either way, so that's really neat, and that's really exciting to see how passionate you guys are about U.S. history. So we're excited about that. We're excited to see your guys' assignments. We're excited to grade these and get these in the grade book. We're excited to get out here and have a great weekend. So guys, until next time, thanks for joining us, and be excellent to each other.